You're tuned in to BS with Joe, the podcast where common sense still makes sense. We break down the news, the culture, and the crazy, one blunt conversation at a time. Buckle up. This is going to be good.
All right, welcome to BS with Joe.
Yep.
And we're going to go over...
Well, this time we're going to talk about hollow towns.
Hollow towns, okay.
So when America's factories went silent is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about Detroit. We're talking about Gary, Indiana, and the steel industry that left there. We're talking about a town in, I think it was Ohio, that lost the Rubbermaid factory. It was either Ohio or Indiana. Well, it might have been Iowa. Anyway, when you think about America, what comes to mind?
Well, it used to be a manufacturing powerhouse. Now it's just movies and rock and roll, and even that's not even being produced anymore in the States.
Maybe it's blue jeans or a bike with a banana seat.
Well, that's our history.
Yeah, it is. What about the Rubbermaid cooler your dad took fishing every summer? Those were all American-made products.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're not American-made anymore.
No. Even look at Ford and GM. They're kind of made in America, but Honda's more made in America than Ford or GM vehicles anymore.
Yeah. So behind these iconic names is the story of what happens when globalization meets the American worker. And that's what we're talking about today.
Okay, globalization and American worker.
Yep. So what does it mean when the factories close, when jobs vanish, and when the town loses not just a paycheck, but its heartbeat? So Levi Strauss, it built its name on American workers.
Well, it was for American workers.
For 150 years, Levi's were cut and sewn here at home, but by 2003, the last U.S. Levi's factory in San Antonio, Texas, closed its doors. Over 800 workers lost their jobs, and with it, San Antonio lost a piece of its identity. Jeans that once symbolized American grit were now stitched together overseas.
Mm-hmm. And what year was that?
That was in 2003.
That's not that long ago, but...
Levi said it was about cost, but to the families in San Antonio, it was about loyalty.
It was about life.
Yeah.
You know, what are you when you don't have a job? When the company you worked for generations, or not just generations, but you worked as from a youth to older age, and it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Then there's Schwinn. You remember Schwinn?
I remember Schwinn. I think I had a Schwinn.
Yeah.
I think most Americans had it.
If you grew up in the 60s, 70s, or the 80s, you probably had one.
Yeah.
And these weren't just bikes. These were freedom machines.
Yeah. I remember going to the 7-Eleven and getting a soda and a candy bar.
Schwinn's home was Chicago. And the factory there once pumped out 1 million bikes a year.
Yep.
But in the 1980s, the company couldn't keep up with the cheaper imports. Labor disputes broke out, and production shifted to its first it went to Mississippi, then to Taiwan and China.
Yeah. Huffy and all these other name brands.
So by the 90s, the Chicago plant was closed, and the lot became just another scar in the city.
Yep.
So what was once a household name became another corporate label stamped on imports.
And that's where, if tariffs were in place back then, Schwinn and the factory would still be around.
It might be.
Yeah, because those other imported brands were not as good as Schwinn. The quality wasn't as good as Schwinn. And
Now, let's take this another route, okay?
okay.
Let's say you wanted to open a new factory in America making American-made bikes.
Okay.
In order for the Federal Trade Commission to certify that Made in America stamp, it has to be like 95% actually made in America.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, the best bicycle frame is made of titanium nowadays.
Oh,
Because it's
that's
lightweight
not made
and
here.
very strong.
That's not made here.
Titanium comes from titanium bloom.
Yeah.
And the last plant in America that made titanium bloom closed in the 1980s.
Yeah.
So, you're not making that here.
No, you're not.
So you're buying your titanium. Then you build your frame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's talk about tires.
It's not made here.
We don't grow rubber trees.
No.
That's from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd think that the gear packs and the shifters should be able to be American made, right?
Right.
No, that's all Japanese.
Yeah.
Shimano's cornered the market.
Yeah. Shimano's make the best
Yeah.
gears.
So you can assemble a bicycle in the United States, but it can't be made in America. Not anymore.
No. And that's the thing is like it's gotten to where the only thing that we make in America anymore is corn and soybeans.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I mean, Rubbermaid wasn't just flashy; it was everywhere. I mean, lunchrooms, trash cans, Rubbermaid tubs stacked in your mom's kitchen.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? It was your lunchbox. It was what you carried your sandwich in and put in your lunchbox to take. The rice bin that you had on the countertop was made by Rubbermaid.
The bread box.
The bread box, your dust pan,
Mm-hmm.
everything was Rubbermaid. Everything.
Yeah.
And-
It still is.
Yeah,
But it's not made in the
but
U.S.
it's
anymore.
not. It's not really Rubbermaid anymore. Yeah.
No.
Oh, Worcester, Ohio. That's where they were. The company made their roots were in Worcester, Ohio, until 2003, when the plant closed and 850 jobs disappeared. A few years later, another 500 jobs were lost in Centerville, Iowa. So I was right. It was Iowa
It was Iowa
and Ohio.
and Ohio.
Yep. So, and let's not kid ourselves. Once a plant closes in a small town in America, it ain't coming back.
No. And that's it. It's once a plant closes its doors, it's gone. It's done.
Yeah. These aren't isolated stories. This is part of a bigger problem.
No. And this has been going on for decades.
Yep.
And it's is it our government's fault? Is it our corporation's fault? Is it our union's fault?
It's globalization.
It's globalization. And they all work together. I honestly believe that the politicians work with the globalists because they want to have fair, they want to have peace and happiness amongst all countries in the U.S. or world, not just U.S.
Yeah.
World. And they all want to be one big happy planet.
Okay, so sure, jeans might be cheaper today than they were, and your bike from Walmart is a little bit more affordable than the Schwinn, relatively, if you consider inflation. But what's the hidden price?
Well, the hidden price is cheap goods made in other countries that you have no job to produce. What's our jobs?
All right, so here's the other edge of the knife. Okay, if we didn't get on board with globalization, then America would be considered isolationist. We would have all kinds of trade problems with the rest of the world, and we would have all kinds of international issues.
Would we really?
Yes.
Well, we may have those issues.
We would have strained relationships with the EU. We would have strained relationships with Asia.
Oh yeah,
Because they would all be part of the global market, and we would be like, nope, we're isolationists.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, there's products that we could probably produce here that they would require or need, and
But we can't make it cheaper. They can make cheap goods. They're not buying our goods.
but that's also why tariffs should be in place.
I agree.
If tariffs were in place during this whole thing, it would be all on an equal playing field. But the globalists don't want the tariffs
No.
because they want to be able to control the worker. And by having Americans being able to be American and have a house, a car, a family, and a happy living, I don't know if that's what they really wanted.
They wanted, all right, so the goal of globalism is to raise up the third world countries or raise up the developing nations to help them to get more into an equilibrium with the rest of the world. Unfortunately, in order to bring them up, you have to bring everybody else down.
So we were brought down.
Oh yeah, we've been brought down a lot.
Oh yeah, and so
Just look at Gary, Indiana.
yeah.
It's a ghost town.
Well, you look at our population. Our
Yeah.
population's in such a decline. The Gen Alpha is like, I think 20 million
Yeah.
have been born or will be born predictably.
Yeah.
And that's nothing compared to the baby boomers. Baby boomers, what, 58 million?
Something like that.
So it's half.
And Gen X wasn't near baby boomers either.
No, Gen Xers were, I think, in the 40 million.
Yeah.
And millennials was close to the 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a decline in Gen Z. They were like 32 million.
Yeah. And now Gen Alpha is way down.
Way down. They're not growing. We're not growing.
No.
So, we're struggling. And you look at our education system, you look at all that, it's such a decline. We are the third world. So the world is a third world country.
The whole world is third world now.
Yeah. So how do we get that pursuit of happiness again?
That's the $64 million question.
Well, I think we're starting.
I think that the tariffs are a help. That
Mm-hmm.
does help to try to equalize the problem. But it's not going to bring Rubbermaid back. It's not going to bring back Levi's.
No.
It's not going to bring back Schwinn. Schwinn doesn't even exist anymore. That's just nothing but a stamp on a bike now. It's not even
American.
the company doesn't even exist anymore.
No.
It's just run by another country.
Well, that's the thing. Levi's, instead of buying Levi's, I'd much rather buy a brand, and this is kind of a shout out to a Japanese company, Ironheart. Ironheart make the best denim products.
Mm-hmm.
You can even see the weight of the denim products you could buy. And they have every type of denim product. They have motorcycle jackets, they have work pants, they have all kinds of different products.
That's cool.
And I remember Levi's were something you bought because they lasted forever. And a kid, I remember, 2 or 3
had
cents.
on the label, they had the 2 horses tearing a pair of jeans apart.
Yeah. And they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They held together. Now, with the Levi's, you buy a pair of Levi's, I could wear them maybe a week and they're torn to shreds.
Yeah.
They're no longer a work pants, they're a style.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like our American workers. Our American workers aren't durable and hardworking and last forever. Now they're a style.
Yeah, you could say that.
You look at Carhartt. Carhartt now is more of a style brand
That's true.
than it is work brand anymore.
Yeah, you used to, when we were kids, Carhartt mean that guy works for a living.
He worked hard because Carhartt's expensive.
Yeah.
And
nowadays,
everybody bought Levi's because they were cheaper.
yeah.
And nowadays, it's the other way around.
Yep. It's true.
So you got any more to add or comment?
No, that's
Since
it
we've
for
been
now.
blackbilling people lately.
Yeah.
But that's it. Just, focus
I
on...
don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I think the only answer is to look inside deep into yourself. Don't get angry, or if you are angry, turn that anger into growth.
Channel it somehow.
And channel it. Like we're doing this podcast and we're working. And to be honest with you, I think part of it is if me and Joe didn't do this podcast, I wouldn't be as happy as I am now. I feel like I'm trying to awaken, not just in myself, but in the viewers, if we get viewers or have viewers. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to awaken a hunger for exceptionalism.
Okay.
I'm trying to awaken a hunger for the pursuit of that American dream.
Yeah.
So with that, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment.